we in opposition have been aware that this was a possibility that the motion will be refused by the private business committee. Private business committee is for private business of members of parliament, especially individual backbenchers who are not ministers. On Thursdays is the day in which it is set aside for members of parliament to introduce their own legislation or their own business to parliament. So anything before parliament discusses, it must go through this committee, and this committee must say, okay, we agree that this particular motion or particular agenda item be placed on the notice paper for next day on Thursday. So of course, early in the morning, just before 10 o'clock, the opposition delivered a motion signed by close to 20 plus MPs to the Speaker of Parliament to deliberate, and the standing orders and the Constitution allows that the committee can only meet at lunchtime on Wednesdays, not any other day. So that meeting was convened on Wednesday, and it was chaired by the Speaker, and the Speaker in turn invited all the other members, and the members of that committee are all members of Pangu Party. It's supposed to be a balanced bipartisan committee, but in this instance it's all dominated by Pangu. So obviously, as expected, they rejected the motion. They discussed the motion. So on Wednesday, in light of previous Supreme Court decisions, the Speaker and the members on Wednesday agreed, as far as we are aware, agreed that the motion should be placed on the notice paper on Thursday. After the meeting has been concluded, the Prime Minister visited the Speaker. Marape visited the Speaker's office, sat there for a few hours, and discussing this matter with the Speaker. Now, Prime Minister himself is not a member of that committee, and him having to discuss this matter with the Speaker is highly irregular as well. But of course, they sat for a few hours discussing this particular matter, and as a result of that, the Speaker then convened another meeting on Thursday morning. Saying that there is a continuation of the meeting of the Wednesday lunch meeting that they had. In fact, the lunch meeting has already passed, as far as I'm concerned, have already passed the resolution to list the matter on Thursday. The matter was not listed on Thursday on a notice paper, and of course, Speaker decided to hold another round of meetings, and this time convinced the members that although it has met all the other requirements that is expected of a motion, that these 5 requirements that the Supreme Court has declared that should be met by any motion that's been introduced. The Speaker said it was, when he announced the decision, he said those conditions were met, but because of the recent amendments to Section 145 by the government, this motion cannot be entertained, and it was refused. So there are a few problems in this. So what we are trying to do is, and those problems include the fact that the Speaker, who was supposed to be the acting Governor General, but we are informed that he advised Parliament, and he advised ADC, and he advised the relevant officers that he was not well, he was sick, and was not able to perform the role as acting Governor General while the Governor General was out traveling on duty. Now, because of that, the Chief Justice, who is next in line according to our Constitution, went down there and performed the role of acting Governor General. While the Speaker, who is supposed to be on sick leave, was then forced to come into Parliament, obviously just to entertain this particular and deliberate on this motion. So as far as we are concerned, the Speaker has illegally conducted a meeting that he is not supposed to chair. If he was well and he was on duty, automatically he becomes the acting Governor General, and the Deputy Speaker takes over. That's one issue that's now come to light. The second issue is that he's not supposed to conduct any meetings on Thursday. He can only conduct it on Wednesday. And that meeting took place already, and a decision was reached. But of course, the Speaker now conducted a second meeting on Thursday and then rejected the motion. So there is again another issue that needs to be tested in court. So you can see the line that is going on. You know, the Speaker is deliberately misled. He needs to resign. You know, I'm calling on the Speaker that he needs to resign from the position of the Speaker because he has misled the country, he has misled Parliament, and he has, of course, lied to the nation that he was sick when in fact he was performing his duties. He was performing the duties of a Speaker in Parliament when in fact he was supposed to be done at the Governor General's office. This Speaker and the Prime Minister have continuously undermined the integrity of Parliament. And the Parliament has become just a rubber stamp for the executive government. And of course, Marape and the Speaker continuously have been working closely together, spending hours in the office, colluding, and of course, coming up with decisions that are not in the best interest of the country.